If you know that's the purpose, what does Jesus do? What does he do? So all of this, so these 3 verses ties into that purpose. John just told you the reason he wrote his gospel. So that. John chapter 20, verses 30 through 31.
Jesus was the Messiah.
Right. Right. Okay, let me ask you this question. Observation. What does Nicodemus say? He don't say Son of God. But he came to a conclusion as a. But what did John say? The reason Jesus is doing everything, because you just can't see me halfway. You got to see all of me. You got to see everything and embrace all of me. You just can't embrace me as a teacher. Not gonna be good enough. You just can't embrace me as a rabbi. It's not gonna work. You just can't see the signs I do and recognize and then slap God on it and say, and not call me the Messiah. Right? So this passage, what his position is, we inadvertently sometimes reduce Christ to what we want.
That's the whole controversy.
Whole thing.
That's the whole controversy.
Exactly.
Who Jesus is.
He is, exactly. And so what does Nicodemus do based on how he had reduced Jesus to how he saw him? Now, I ain't gonna put an indictment on Nicodemus. That's what he was taught. Nicodemus not a bad person. That's just what he was taught. That's what he was raised up to believe. Don't make him bad. Just make him off the mark. Right? So there are many people sitting in our own congregation. They're nothing wrong with them. But how do we bring them along to help them understand exactly who Jesus is? Right? You got to start by understanding the text. You cannot come to the right conclusion from these scriptures on who Jesus is if we do not know how to accurately, or if we're not putting in the practice of observation. Right? Now, I kind of intermingled mine, but observation is the first step. The first step with that. Any questions in the book? Anybody read? Who got at least read a couple of chapters of the book? Anybody read a couple chapters of the book? Okay. I know 4 pages may have been a lot. I know it may have been a lot. But I kind of did you like my professors used to do me. I just want to see if you're going to read it. They weren't really worried about all 4 chapters. But trying to get you to the habit of reading, right? Because that's what you got to do with this book. You got to read it, right? We can't just look at cartoon pictures of the Bible. We just can't keep doing that. We gotta really pick this book up and read it. Right? That's what it's about. And even with the reading, there are skills to that. There's this book. Now you don't have to get this book, but it's actually titled "How to Read a Book." That's the name of the book. How to Read a Book.
That even pertains to the Bible?
Yeah, everything. Yeah, how to read a book. It tells you that there are levels to reading. In other words, like you know how you'll read sometimes and your mind drift off and you got to go back and read the same thing over and over again. Well, this book helps you fight against that. It gives you skills on how to not do that. There's different levels to reading. You know, I've read the whole book. And you actually learn how to read by reading the book. That's what happens. I mean, it's just there's no way around it, right? And in a digitized age that we're in, It's easy to just go to your phone now, pick it up, and AI, you can AI everything now. Take shortcuts. Well, I hate to tell you, ain't no shortcuts to this book. It's not. I don't care how much AI you do, there is no shortcut to doing this. The Holy Spirit, it don't work the same. It don't. Right? You have to get into that book. You have to. Right? So I'm saying we're gonna be in observation for a minute. Because that's the foundation to everything else. Because with all of that, application becomes easier. Interpretation becomes easier. Right? If you've done the good work of observation, your interpretation more than likely is more accurate. It's going to be more accurate. Application is going to be more accurate. Right? So when you look at what is Jesus trying to get Nicodemus to understand? The way you've been thinking about me, that's not it.